Yo, yo, yo. What's going on, everybody? Coming at y'all to make a little short video about something I wanted to share with you guys. Something that it's a little bit of history that kind of gives you some insight of what got me into knife making and playing around with blades and stuff, which I've been doing since I was a little kid. I played with knives as young as I can remember. Probably 5 years old, I had a pocket knife. But I just grew up around knives and stuff. I've always loved them. I mean, every time I went to a yard sale or something like that, or the flea market, that was the first thing I looked for was knives. I mean, it just drew me in like a black hole. And I just been that way my whole life. I mean, I'm just addicted to blades, knives, hawks, all that good stuff. But I want to show y'all this cool blade. I'm gonna be redoing this. This is one of the blades that actually first struck my interest in knives. And this was a blade that my dad made out of an old leaf spring that he got from a truck. He heated it up and hammered it straight. I mean, this was the first and only knife my dad ever made. But, it got me interested in it. And I made my first knife when I was probably 12 years old. I still got it. Maybe I'll show you guys a video on that one day. But for now, let's talk about this one. It's just a Bowie knife, kind of scimitar looking style blade. It's got the swedge on it. It's kind of a real heavy duty convex grind. It had wooden handles on it. He made the hand guard out of some mild steel. Nothing real fancy, but it got the job done. And when I was a little kid, man, I thought this thing was the biggest knife in the world, man. I love this thing. And I just got into knives and stuff, and I always loved knives. And then after I made my first one, it was quite a few years that I'd say 10 years went by till I made my next one. Maybe not 10, but it was close to it. And once I started making them, I kind of got a little more into it, and then kind of got out of it and a little more into it. And about 3 years ago, roughly, maybe a little longer, that's when I really started making knives heavy. Not heavy like some people would say, not full time, just a hobby. I'd see something and then I would try to make it. That's how I learned how to make knives. Was I would see something that I liked, and then I would try to make one for myself, because not saying that certain knives weren't worth it, but just at that time I just couldn't see myself going out spending the money on the knives that I wanted. So I started making them. And Father's Day is coming up tomorrow. So my dad gave this to me. Man, I've had this thing for 2 years, couple years. And we had a shed in the backyard of the house that I grew up in, and it burned down, and this was inside it. Or at least I think it was. I don't know if it was or not, but I think it was. Anyway, but the handle's gone. I mean, it's kind of rusty. I mean, it still seems pretty hard, but I'm gonna clean it up. Maybe clean the grind up a little bit on it. I'm not gonna do too much to it to change it, but I am going to possibly put a new handguard on it. And he wants me to do a paracord wrap handle, so I'll probably get some steel and just add onto it, weld onto it, cover it with leather on both sides. Maybe when I do the leather, I'll drop some of it down to give the handle a little bit more profile to fit the hand. And I'm gonna weld a different guard on it. I may make a new hand guard, because I got some Damascus steel that I got from my dad that he got from my uncle who lived in Alabama, Sylacauga. So we possibly think it came from Alabama, Damascus. I seen him at Blade Show and I asked him, and I told him where my uncle was from, and they said yes, it's most likely something that came from us, So my uncle passed away, and he gave me a handmade knife that I'll probably make a video on one day too, that kind of helped me getting into the knife making thing. So I guess knife making has kind of been in my family a little bit, and I'm just keeping it going, and I'm gonna take it as far as I can. But possible Damascus handguard, possible Damascus pommel end, paracord wrapped epoxy handle. Clean it up. Before I do all that though, I'm gonna clean it up, acid stain it, tumble it, give it a nice finish like I put on some of those other larger blades, and give it to my dad as a late Father's Day gift. So this is what I'll be working on in between orders and other projects I got coming up. So just look for it, guys. Appreciate you guys watching me, man. Keeping me in this, comments, support, guys commenting on my Instagram, JBS Blade Works on Instagram, JBS Blade Works on Facebook. I'm gonna try to start up a YouTube, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to start up a Facebook page here pretty soon, but appreciate this, man, that you guys show love and support and comment on all my stuff. And that's what keeps me going, man, is you guys. So I appreciate it, man. Peace.